Figure it out!
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series and is intended to aid the Dreamcast and gaming community. The double-powered thing for the Sega Dreamcast. Actually, it's not really for the Sega Dreamcast, but it involves it. First, this is its box. It is a box, and that is the unit. It looks curiously like a Dreamcast, doesn't it? Yeah, there it is. Except it has like a sticker on it that says double power. Basically, what this thing is it's a standalone unit that allows you to transfer data from a VMU to another VMU. And I know you're thinking, well, maybe you're thinking this, the Dreamcast can do that, like, already. I don't need your stupid box. I'm going to turn off this video and send you hate mail. Before you do that, although you're free to do that, I've already gotten the view out of you, ha ha ha, and you can send me hate mail anyway. I'd rather you didn't, but, you know, whatever, do your thing. This actually does serve a real purpose. Are you still listening? I hope you're still listening. If you're not, well, the hell with you, but you're not listening so you don't hear me. But anyway, this does serve a purpose. First, standing alone by itself, like I said, it can transfer data from one to the other. Now again, that's only useful because this thing has a way around copy protection on VMU saves. There are a handful of games out there that, for whatever reason, just can't be transferred through the system. I don't know why. It seems like a really stupid feature to include, but they did it. The only game I could think of off the top of my head is Propeller Arena, but I know there's others. So this thing, because in Hong Kong, where this came out exclusively, they don't respect that copyright protection, and I respect them for that. It's irony. Works full circle, or something. Yeah, so what you do, basically, is you take VMU. Look, I'm full of saves, and I want to be transferred to another card because I have Propeller Arena or something, and I want them on my other card for some reason. Yeah, that's what you would do. You would do that. Now, that does actually have a practical purpose. Like, if this card was almost full or something, and you wanted Propeller Arena just on this card, you'd clone the whole card, then delete everything else. For, you know, whatever the case may be. If you want all of this data on here, or just one specific save, you clone the whole thing, and then once you're back, you can use the actual Dreamcast to delete the files you don't want. But it goes beyond that. Anybody think this looks kind of like a plane? Sorry, that has nothing to do with anything. That'd be cool, a Dreamcast plane. This, I would fly in that. Little cockpit there, and you know what? Sorry, that really is not relevant at all. But yeah, it does go beyond that. It's, like I said before, is a standalone unit. It functions on battery power, and it looks to be AAA's. Oh, and good, rust or battery damage, even though I never have put batteries in it. Thank you, Hong Kong. You see that? Battery damage all over the... Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Hong Kong, for such a wonderful product. Oh, no, but it is good. I do suggest getting it. But don't use batteries. Fortunately, it runs off of AC power as well. And because the video game gods were smiling upon this device to a certain extent, and they decided to be very appropriate. The power supply unit that will function on it is a Model 1 Sega Genesis power supply unit. And I guess technically an NES power supply unit. A Sega CD power supply unit will work. So that's good. Both, I think, yeah, Sega CD Model 1, I think Model 2, or I don't know. Just, that's not really a hard thing to find. It's a 9-volt power supply unit. Put it in there, plug it into the wall, and it works. It's yay. This lights up when you turn it on. Green, obviously it's not plugged in, therefore I can't show you that. On the box, for some reason, it's depicted as red. I think it's ironically to make it closer to orange, to trick us, and then disappoint us. Why? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, that's where its standalone functions kind of end. But it does go beyond that. It has, on the back there, this thing called a Comlink port. What you do is you take this cable that I think came with it. It must have. I don't know how else I would have gotten it. Because I have 2 of these. I don't know how I got 2 of them. But I have 2 of them. And what you do is you plug this in the back here. And it's in there. And then, yeah, this plugs in your computer in that giant pink port on the back of your motherboard that, you know, that you might have, which I believe is called like a printer port or something, well before USB. You might have this. Anyway, and there's probably converters to, I don't know, turn this into a USB port or something. Whatever. You jack that into your computer, and then this thing would be read by your computer. At that point, you need some kind of software that is actually very easy to get. It's by this company called EMS. Just Google them and Google double power. It's a really small program, very easy to find. And there's probably alternatives that actually work with it, so whatever. But yeah, then your computer will recognize it, and at that point, you can do some fun stuff. You can do what this thing does on its own, which is clone cards from the safety of your computer, which is nice, but unnecessary to a certain extent. But you can also you can choose specific saves to move over from one card port to the other. And just so you're clear on this, slot 1 says source, so you never mess it up, while slot 2 says target. That way you never accidentally put stuff in the wrong place and then ruin your card. But yeah, it gives you this you have this little program that would allow you to choose specific saves from one card to the other, like I said, or, this is where it really is fun, you can get saves off the internet and then put them onto a card, which is really cool. And on top of that, if you're that guy, that one guy out there, that one stupid, I'm frankly you're stupid if you're that guy, but you could be that one guy who's like, hey, you know what, Adam, I only have one VMU, so the hell with you. I can't go out and buy a ton of memory cards. We don't all have a bunch of VMUs. You might be in luck here, but at the same time, if you actually do this, you're kind of stupid. The reason that is, a VMU costs like 50 cents, but if you're that guy who will not splurge the 50 cents to get like another VMU and solve your low memory problems, here's your alternative. You go out and you spend way more money to find this thing, because even though this thing, I don't recall it being particularly expensive, far and away exceeds 50 cents, and you put up a lot more effort, and what you do is plug that into your Dreamcast double power thing, and then you can connect it to your computer, and your VMU is all full from all your games, which apparently you bought a lot of despite not being able to find 50 cents, and you uploaded those saves safely to your computer, blanked out the card, and you have more. Then you can use that save space to play your other games, and then should the day come when you want to get that save off your computer, you go ahead and do that, you swap them, whatever. Use your computer essentially as a storage device. This is a transfer device, and this is what your Dreamcast reads. But again, this is only if you can't come up with 50 cents for that, but can come up with the money for other things, which is really stupid. There's one other device that kind of does this. I showed this off in a different video. I might put a link in this video, which would be around there, or I'll put it in the description. It'll probably be right there. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's right there. If it's on Blip TV or Vimeo, it's down there in the description. I like how I use that like a pointer. That's pretty cool. Anyway, sorry. Back here, it has the same serial COM port thing that this does, and whatever. It connects and it does the same thing. It just can't do a standalone kind of transfer. Finally, there's a Dreamcast. See that? You guys I think you know what that is. If you're watching this still, you probably know what this is. I would be surprised. You're probably that one guy out there who doesn't have 50 cents. It's the same guy who doesn't know what this is. Yet, for some reason, you have... You know what? I'm not even going to try to define you. You confound me. But anyway, Dreamcast, compared to this thing, Dreamcast does not have that. Although it does have this, but it wouldn't fit in there. And, ooh, that's cool. I guess they basically have the power supply unit in the same spot. That's funny. Not intended. But maybe it was intended. Those guys are smart. Yeah, that's what they look like. This has that logo. This has a way bigger, uglier logo. And a button. I like pushing that. This has other buttons. They're shaped like the same. You get it? Oh, the box. The back of the box is not interesting. It's badly translated and not funny. Just like this video. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you so desire. However, we'd really appreciate it if you'd check out our other videos that are of a higher production caliber. Thank you.